Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Ease 9. For today, we are going side questing again for this new chapter. We have two quests, Saradi and Dogi. I think Dogi is posing a quest for Margot. Because when we look at the board, you can see that the character has been obscured, but I can clearly see that it's Margot. So let's go down and talk to Dogi, because it's not Parks, so it's definitely not a prison quest, so it shouldn't take too long, I hope. Hey Adol, you saw the bulletin board, right? The letter M is Margot's signature. I was gonna ask her about it, but I couldn't find her anywhere. We were afraid this would happen. The resistance is definitely up to something. Makes me wish we were up against plain old knights again. I was just on my way to talk it over with Parks. It would be great if you could join us, but only you have the time to spare. Again with Parks? But since we already started the conversation, let's just go through with it. Is my problem true? I'll join you.
No.
Adol, you're a real pal, you know that? Alright, meeting is about to start. You can always use another head to pitch in. I can't believe they would choose now of all times to start their resistance. What are you doing, Margot? Or maybe it's because it's the perfect time. They're hitching a ride on a Knights Rebellion. Romans won't know what hit them. Letting that old hag run free really bit us in the ass, huh? Well, I guess it did. I do not believe that Margot is the one who is instigating this plot. I spoke to her at length about the burglaries in the Noble District. I investigated it myself and discovered that the internal structure of the resistance is muddled. After Margot was imprisoned 3 years ago, younger members seized the helm in secret. The recent thefts and scams have been part of what they call public awareness campaigns. The objective was to accumulate capital and purposefully imprison themselves to release Margot. So they committed those crimes knowing full well they were going to get caught? That's what it's like when you've got something to believe. They're brewing up something big, so that would be well within the realm of possibilities. I wonder what they're going to do. A bunch of thugs from a bygone era, reduced to begging for scraps. We can't underestimate them. They were the ones who started the revolt against Romans 3 years ago. The city's already in a panic. We need a diplomatic solution. The last thing we need right now is to mar our relationship with Rome. The Knights' Revolt has already begun pulling a precarious threat for Glia. Then we got more than one reason to stop this. But how are we supposed to do that? We have no idea where they're hiding, and we don't know what their plans are. Actually, we might. Margot was kind enough to leave a trail of breadcrumbs for us. These locations may be of interest to you. The visitor's kiosk at the main gates, where we saw the pervert talking to the guy with the landmarks. Back alley pub in the central district. Where is that? I'm interested in this. Where is that back alley pub? I'm sure she's not talking about the den line. Old-timer at the main square bath. The pervert. These are all places where the resistance may be? It's too soon to know for sure. Only way to find out is by going there ourselves. Sorry for putting you guys up to this. Just do what you can, even if it's just dropping by. We'll be on the lookout for intel. Perils of the Bells. Yeah, this feels a lot bigger than it actually is. It doesn't feel like a side quest. It seems like an actual consequence of the Knights starting the rebellion, and now we're going against it, trying to help, assist, or figure out what the resistance is actually up to. Alright. Let's see if we can find it. The two locations we already know. One of them is right outside the bar, so we don't need to teleport there. Also want to make sure that we don't accidentally trigger the main quest.
What's all this commotion?
Hey there dudes, welcome to the visitor kiosk. And this is definitely not the normal shopkeep. Wait, where's the usual guy? Isn't it usually Alex's shift right about now? You can say dude. I got called up to fill in. It's pretty out of the blue. Guess they couldn't get a hold of him. This was supposed to be my day off too. Like, give me a break dude, literally. Oh, sorry to hear that. Does this mean what I think it does? Has anything been off with him lately? Yeah, I think that's the better way to go about this. Off? Well, actually, now that I think about it, yeah. This guy's been stopping by the kiosk a lot lately. Looked like a shantytown resident. Never seen him myself, but he seemed to be an acquaintance of Alex. Apparently, they kept talking about some sort of preparations for something. Alex seemed kinda against it all. Kept asking if the guy was really going through with it. Must be some birthday party they're planning, huh, dude? I wonder who it is. Going by the note we got, this likely has something to do with the resistance. They must be been talking about the preparations for making their move today. Doesn't that make Alex one of their members? I had no idea. And the one working right by the main road too. Guy's got guts. Are you done here, dudes? I kinda got a job to do. Oh, right. Sorry about that. Thanks for your time. Might as well talk to him, see if that one landmark we got in the mines is enough to get another trigger. It is. And it's definitely a reward I wanted. More SP. Yeah, I just want to use it straight away so I don't forget about it. I do wonder if we managed to get to max before the end of the game. Like a confirmation that we found all the potions there are. Would be cool. Alright, next part. Perils of the Bells. So that's where it is. That's the back alley pub. Oh, that food joint. Okay. To be honest, I did not know there was a pub. I wonder if Gaston will be okay. Is something the matter, miss? You look a little down. Oh, you're all from the dandelion, right? I'm just griping about one of my regulars. This guy named Gaston. He showed up last night, just before I closed up shop. Told me it might be his last time there before paying off his tab and walking away. That does make you wonder. Doesn't it? Come to think of it, there was a rumor he got tangled up in some incident recently. He hadn't shown up ever since. Not until last night, it is. Gaston, That's the name of that thief who targeted the Noble District warehouses. That's right, the one who got away in the end. Did Gaston say anything else to you? Well, not to me directly, but he did mumble some stuff as he was leaving. Things like, "You should show those ROMs," and "I can't let this get damp," whatever that means. Can't exactly glean what he was planning from that alone. But with what he has already done, it sounds like we've hit the mark. He must be involved in all of this. Yes. Right, Margot's intel did lead us straight here after all. Still, just like Margot, we've got no idea where he actually is. Listen, Gaston's from Shantytown. He's had more than his fair share of fights with Romans, but he has his good sides too. He looked out for me ever since my husband died. I don't know what he's up to, but could you do something for me if you happen to see him? Just tell him to think before he acts, that's all. Of course we will. Ooh. Is he possibly interested in Gaston? Though, then we definitely need to warn him to not do anything stupid. Okay, we got one more point. It's where we found the pervy guy. And I'm guessing this will lead us to Shantytown as well. Just like the first two locations. Ooh, glad you made it. So you're still the little whippersnappers the boss roped in, huh? Wait, you're... Unbelievable. You're that old leecher I reported for peeping. Ah, that's a strong way to put it. Certainly wasn't easy wriggling my way out of that one. But you see, that request was actually made for a different purpose entirely. Does that make you the old-timer Margot was referring to? Me? I'm just your average geezer who fancies a visit to the bath now and then. Save for my service as a core member of the Bells of Freedom 3 years back. Hard to imagine an old man like you was a revolutionary. Then again, I guess it's not so strange considering Margot was your boss. To be fair, the group was originally founded by a bunch of old folks with not much time left. We figured that our debts would be small price to pay for the bright future of our youth. Though, it seems our blunder has led them down the wrong path altogether in the end. Yeah, the path of petty theft and burglary, as if you didn't already know. Sounds to me like you ain't much of a core member anymore though. Yes, the resistance dissolved for the time, following Marco's arrest. But the young'uns of the group continued to operate under the fold. I've been acting as their advisor of sorts in an effort to keep their hostility in check, but ultimately, my attempts to contain them failed miserably. Perhaps I could have quelled their vindictive thirst, had I succeeded. I see. But what is the resistance trying to achieve here exactly? Well, taking the opportunity with all the shit going on with the knights, trying to take care of the remaining Romans. It doesn't seem like Marco is anywhere around here either. It would seem that they're readying an attack the garrison posts in each and every district. This revolt from the knights has cued them in on perfect opportunity to take back Leah. In preparation to do so, they've been collecting intel and identifying blind spots. The request I made previously falls squarely under the ladder. What a load of crock. Doesn't matter how much chaos there is. You gotta have real bricks for brains to think a Roman soldier's gonna lose to some civilian. They've hardly got weapons or armor to start. One step and they're toast. That is, unless they've got an ace up their sleeve. Unfortunately so, Marco appears to be assisting them. Not directly, but in supplies, both through equipment and stores of gunpowder. Gunpowder? Don't tell me they're gonna blow up some garrisons. That will only lead to possible innocent casualties. Wait, but why? It would seem she intends to use this matter through to its bitter end. She's convinced starting this by her and gives her the burden of ending it as well. Oh, Margot. Can't really say for sure if it's on her either way. But she has to want to stop it at least. Why else would she put a request in? That means it's up to us to do something about this. Any helpful info? And I'm thinking, Shantytown? And naturally, I plan to give it. That is why I've been waiting here for you after all. Here's my take on this, as a long-standing member of the Resistance. There's only one place in this city powder and weapons could be viably concealed. I would have to be underground and spacious enough to spare as well. Does any particular spot come to mind? Shantytown, and we did see a hidden chamber somewhere there. I think I have a decent idea. Considering everything else we found out, we should be able to narrow it down. Thank you very much, Mr. Gundo. Oh, not at all. I'm too old to raise a hand against those youngsters anymore. It's up to the next generation to carry on our torch. So please, stop them, before it's too late to give them the chance. So basically, the young ones think they're invincible and trying to take over a well-trained army. Yeah, I'm agree on this. If they're gonna try this, they're gonna die, or at best arrested. Okay, after going to all three locations in the message, you all return to the Dandelion. and then reconvened with Dogi and Parks. Who'd have thought these people who knew were resistance members all this time? Yeah, they've been blending in, waiting for the perfect time to strike. And if they're nowhere to be seen, we should assume they're in the final stage of setting their plan into motion. We're running out of time. Yes, time is of the essence. With the information you've gathered, we now know where most of their hideouts are located. Cloaca Maxima in Shantytown. There's been shady people seen going in and out of that area, right? Yeah, and we got proof of its insurance. We've got witnesses who say that Gaston guy and Alex from the visitors kiosk. It's done good work you do.
Thank you.
Huh, can't take all the credit. You're the ones who did all the legwork. Madame Margot is there. We'll need to prepare ourselves if they truly intend to assault the Romans' guard post. We're counting on you, Monstrums. Leave it to us. Next up, Cloaca Maxima. I do wonder, because they especially said gunpowder barrels. Why do I feel like they want to blow up those guard posts? If they manage to place an explosive there, it's the least chance of any of the resistance members getting hurt by it. And it would definitely be a big distraction if they're planning something else there. But yeah, let's go to Cloaca Maxima. Those resistance members should be hiding out in here somewhere. We've made it this far. All that's left is to hunt them down. Let's get to stepping. But I do wonder, we need our powers in order to get up this wall. How did they do it? It's not that I see any ropes here. Still one chest we haven't gotten yet. Couldn't we just aim for the middle location? We probably could, couldn't we? Oh, we're not allowed to. We need to walk the entire thing. No problem.
Something's there.
Just getting knocked about by an old enemy like that, it's almost insulting. But I do believe that we're not gonna get any materials here that's worth gathering, so might as well just see if we can just go about our business. Okay, so we know that up there is where the chest is supposed to be. Would we be able to do something about it now? With our extra knowledge? Nope, we should have already been able to get that last time as well. Huh. That is actually pretty bad. Yeah, I don't feel like finding enemies is worth it, to be honest. So we're just gonna move straight through it. We found them. Huh? Who's there? It's the Monstrums. Turns out our little hunch was right. Doesn't seem like Margot's here, but I'm sure she'll rendezvous soon enough. That's one hefty stash of weapons and ammo you got there. Not to mention enough powder to send a good several guards post up in smoke. But there's like, what, only 6 of you chumps all together? Huh. Talk about a letdown. Right as we were finishing up our preparations too. Damn Monstrums, mind your own business and scram for once. I'm I'm just having a thought. What if Margot sent them here with all the supplies to be caught by the guards so they get arrested and imprisoned? So they don't hurt any people or themselves in the process. I wonder. Alright, Margot's the one who sent us. What? Why would the boss do something like that? Look, why don't you just give this crazy plan a rest already? Think before you act. That's what Perry told us to tell you. Hey Gaston, maybe the boss is against this whole thing after all. You heard what the old Gendo said. Things have changed since the war. You mean all the crock about living in harmony with Rom to restore Balduq? Doing that makes us no better than livestock, cozying up to the hands that feed us. We Gleans have our pride. Like hell we're submitting to those rotten invaders. Ah, Gaston. We'll never give in, not until they answer for what they've done to us. Until every single life we've lost to the war is paid in full with Roman blood. He's gone off the deep end, alright. All you'll end up doing is sowing even more hatred. And the ones who suffer it most are the ones who do nothing to deserve it. You think we're just gonna sit back and let it happen? Huh. Think again. Huh. So that's how you wanna play it, huh? Fine. Need a good warm-up round before taking on Rom anyway. Really? Gaston, what are you... So, you rather romp up with the monstrums, do you? Yeah, we don't want to hurt you.
Hold on.
Shame we can't say the same for you. The grief and suffering those Romans wrought us we'll never forget. They killed our friends and families, plundered our cities and slapped a tax on them besides. Don't you get it? This is the only way for us to take back our dignity. And if you monsters aren't with us, you may as well be against us. That's right. The only thing those Romans will get from us is the taste of their own medicine. We'll cast every one of those dirty trespassers out of our rightful lands. They'll be sure to hear our message back at the capital loud and clear. And when the bells of freedom starts to ring, they'll know the pride of Glia will never die. Guys, get a hold of yourself. Why are they suddenly seeing lemures? Is it because of their bloodlust? Ah, the enmity. They are gathering so much of it that they are getting visible here. You're in trouble, guys. What the hell are those? Monsters? Where did they even come from? Just like in the Grimwald. All the hatred and spite they built up must have brought forth the Nox. Who gives a flying damn either way? Those guys will be way more fun than those lame ass resistance wimps. Oh brother, guess we have no choice. Yeah, couldn't have done it faster than that. They're gone. Amazing. I can't believe you actually defeated those things. Phew, that takes care of that. Phew, your guys are pathetic. You really think you can go head to head with Roman after cowering after small fries like that? Hey, come on, Hawk. You think you know everything, don't you? Whether we're a match for them or not is beside the point. All that matters is making those Romans suffer every bit we have and more. If we don't, everyone we lost 8 years back will have died for nothing. Right, guys? Right. We've come too far to give up now. I'll give up my life if it means getting revenge on Rom. Gaston, everyone, please. Do you really think that'll save Gliam? Don't act like you get a say in any of this. What do you know? Enough. This ends here. Margot. Goodness me. I certainly didn't expect the Monstrums to be here. Perhaps they're acquainted with those youngsters I met at the baths. In a sense. That aside, it would seem that they've managed to carry out my request. Boss, I said enough, Gaston. The Bells of Freedom wasn't formed as a way to vent your frustrations. What? Vent my frustrations? Is that all this is to you? Do you have any idea how much we've been doing for Glia? Were that really the case, I would have stood behind you until the bitter end. As she who lit the first spark, I intended to support you no matter what the costs. To bear the weight of your lives and misdeeds as though they were my own. But I think you put it best now. That's all that matters is making those Romans suffer? That you'll give up your life as means getting revenge on Rom? Tell me, where in the creed of the Bells of Freedom have I missed those words? Fight without belief or conviction and you'll be no difference from those monsters. That's... Of course, all of this is just as much my responsibility as everything else. Your old crone of a leader has failed to guide you on the path of right. For that, I do apologize. I truly do. Boss. That same fault lies with every one of us old-timers. But it's not too late. You youngsters still have your whole lives ahead of you. That's exactly right. I want you all to take this time to gather yourself together and reflect. Both on what really means to save Glia and why the Bells of Freedom truly ring. So long as you safeguard this city with pride, I know the right answer will come. I'm sure my boy would have wanted it any other way. Right as ever, boss. Well, all's well that ends well. Nothing more boring than a happy ending. What comes next is up to them. Sorry to put you all through this trouble, boys and girls. I can't say I knew how this would turn out, but I'm glad I made that request. We're glad we could help.
No.
You have my thanks. The situation in Balduq is nearly at its peak. You have my aid now more than ever before. As both the leader of the Bells of Freedom and the ever-stubborn old bat, Margot Reyes. Adol and the others returned to the bar to report what happened soon after. Having finally settled her concerns over the resistance, Margot was welcomed back into the Dandelion with open arms.
That actually went pretty well.
Yeah, here you can see the difference between a bunch of people just kicking against everything they can see to get their point across and someone who's an actual leader that inspires. Such a great contrast. I like that. Alright, we've got another quest. Let's see quickly if there's no characters with a smile above their face, just like we had a couple of episodes ago, meaning that they are fully enhanced to the final level and then get their end skit. Also, we have 2 more gifts that we can give to people. I just don't know for who them are. I was locked up in prison 3 years ago to atone for my deeds, yet all that time I just couldn't stop fretting about those youngsters. But today, I feel as though a weight has been lifted off my shoulders at last. You've done me a great service. In return, I'll be helping you out more than ever now. Okay, no gift for her. I never imagined the knights would dare occupy the Governors General. Master Shadowlark isn't the sort to do something like this without a plan. Rom will sure be to intervene sooner or later. How does he plan to resist? Brother, if you're up there, please watch over us. Yeah, I'm just walking through all the characters in this base just to see if we can find who the gift is for. Come to think of it, there was something fishy about that security checkpoint too. Might be possible that you were one of the first to be falsely detained. Whatever it is, we're picking up a scent. Let's keep this up.
Hey!
Ah, there's one. Hey, if I'm not mistaken, this is from Asteria. That's right. Balduq has a trading relationship with Asteria, doesn't it? Takes me back. That's where we met 7 years ago. We saw Raba in Canaan, but I'm curious to see how Goban and the others are holding up. Yeah, let's send them a letter.
Yeah.
Good idea. It's been a while since we've had the luxury of sending letters. Balduq's post service is top notch, so I'll probably arrive fairly quickly. Yeah, and if you are into the entire history of these games, the first time they've met was basically also where Dogi got his nickname the Wall Crusher from, because he crashed right through the wall. It's amazing. I also wonder if that girl who saved you is doing alright. Huh. We'll be here talking about old times all day if we don't stop now. Anyway, now we got this apple to snack on. When we get a break, we can continue our trip down memory lane then. Level 2, 1-hit KO. Perfect. Okay, I think we got one more gift. Let's check it out. Ooh, forgot to give the doll. Even though she isn't here, I'm sure she's learned that by now. The Brenda Grora route. This definitely look for our resident doctor. Book detailing the legend of the 5 dragons of Altago. I would say a masked girl, but up and at 'em, sunshine. Got a feeling these new prisoners and the Glian revolution are related. I don't care what the plan is, as long as there's one to screw with. Then Shedlar will have no choice but to face me. I would say her when I hear it, but it doesn't feel right, does it? Because I think we already gifted her a gift. So that would maybe be the kids?
Yeah. Bye-bye. See you later.
Bye-bye. Oh, it's just you, Adol. You don't look as terrible as I thought you would. You've been trying to lift the mood here. With no customers, there's nothing else to do. I thought that the assassination of the Cardinal was the only thing I was living for. I could not hazard a guess as to what is happening to me. A new store's opened? Thanks for letting me know. Okay,
Stay safe out there.
definitely not her. Why so quiet? Don't tell me you've closed because of the Hieroglyph Nights. I just finished a long day of researching the ruins and was hoping for a warm meal. How unfortunate. Why couldn't they have picked a more convenient date for their revolt? Okay. Maybe because of what happened to Aprilis, but thinking about the prison only makes me sad now. Still, I have to be brave. With the Monstrum's curse and our gifts, I know we can save Carla. We will, I'm sure. Ah, there it is. The 5 dragons.
Adol.
You give Jules the folklore book, The 5 Dragons, as a present. This book is about the 5 dragons of Altago. Thanks, Adol. I promise I'll take care of it. I mostly have access to academic books, but these are the books I prefer. By the way, Adol, have you ever been to Altago? I battled those fairy 5 dragons.
Huh?
Wait, the legendary dragons worshipped by the 5 tribes of the Altago? You're remarkably insouciant for being the one who defeated the legendary dragons.
Honestly.
I guess that's what makes you famous. Or infamous, even.
Hey.
If you don't mind, will you tell me more about it? Wouldn't want to miss any of Adol the Red's stories told from no one other than himself. You recount the tales of Altago that transpired a year ago. Dogi joined in on the storytelling midway through with his own riveting annotations. Level 2, beautiful. And like I said, the last gift will be for Saradi, and we have a side quest with her, so she is not here. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave the episode right here. Next time we're gonna do the other side quest, because this one really took a bit of time, like Park's normal prison quests. So next time, let's start the side quest, and if we don't get any others, we're gonna continue on by going to the 3 locations for the main quest. So that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are, and I hope to see you then. Bye bye.